Ever since the switch over to the Nintendo Switch, there have been many gripes from the community regarding the main series of Pokemon, especially where PvP is concerned. Whether you want to talk about the removal of the national dex, the lack of Mega Evolution or Z-moves, the 20-minute battle timer, or even just the Pokemon models feeling very sameish and unscaled, the bottom line is that a lot of people, especially in the PvP community, aren't quite happy, and there is a fix for this, at least in my opinion. And while the ideal fix would be just to improve the mainline titles, I actually do think having a Pokemon title for the Switch solely dedicated to battling and all of what it entails would be very beneficial to the series. Now, I'm going to dub this hypothetical title as Pokemon Stadium Switch, as I feel like the Pokemon Stadium branding and the way these games function would fit perfectly with, of course, some tweaks and improvements coupled with online functionality. So let's start by discussing why I think this game would work and how it could fix the outlined issues. Firstly, the game would have to function like Pokemon Showdown, but with enhanced graphics, at least as far as PvP is concerned. I'd expect there to be different battle modes, battle settings, potentially settings that could be saved and shared, tournament modes, etc. This would allow for a lot of power on the player side. For example, I could see people creating battle modes that fit and coincide with the fan-made tiers, such as the OU tier, the Ubers tier, etc. And this new game would be able to facilitate this by giving us custom options and allowing them to be shared. Some custom options could include the length of the timer, whether it's singles, doubles, triples, rotations, or free-for-all, which Pokemon, if any, should be banned, which status moves could be limited by how many Pokemon they can inflict, whether or not team preview is on, which abilities and moves are or are not banned, and they could even include some more gimmicky stuff like turning inverse types on, or always having certain weather conditions, terrain, or even trick room in effect, and stuff like that. Basically a highly customizable system that allows for many options. In fact, you know what would also be pretty cool? Toggling on or off Mega Evolution, Z-moves, and or Dynamax. This Pokemon Stadium Switch title would solve the issue that at least I have with the National Dex cut, being that you can't have new-gen Pokemon mixed with certain Pokemon unavailable and Megas, and even if you want to think about the Hisuian Pokemon in which are upcoming, how am I supposed to battle against those in the future if they only appear in Legends? The answer is Pokemon Stadium Switch. This title could have the entire roster of Pokemon, including Megas, Gigantamax, and regional forms, so that it can provide a full PvP experience. This game would also include better animations, scaling for the Pokemon, and a camera more reminiscent of games like Pokemon Stadium, Coliseum, or Pokemon Battle Revolution. A big defense of why the main lines don't do stuff like this, yet Stadium and other older console titles do, is that they're more focused on battling. So if that's the case, then this shouldn't really be an issue, as this game would be as well. Furthermore, these titles could even be used for VGC, allowing for much more entertaining championships with better animations, so I think that'd be pretty dope. In terms of how your team is put together, I personally think that the game should just, much like Pokemon Showdown, let you build them instead of forcing you to connect with another game or Pokemon Home. This would prevent people from hacking, since you can choose the IVs, and they could have it both ways where you can connect if you want, maybe to show off some shinies or something like that, but you don't have to. One of the issues a lot of people had with Pokemon Battle Revolution was that you literally needed Diamond and Pearl, otherwise the game on its own just wasn't a full game, and that's not what I want to see here. And if they did do something like that where it connects with Pokemon Home and that's kind of all the enjoyment you'll be able to get out of it, I'd expect it to be heavily discounted in price. Now, in terms of development, I'd say keep the game as far away from the mainline dev team as possible. This should be a title not rushed to meet certain rigid time constraints, but instead crafted with care. I'd say bring back Genius Sonority if that is possible and have them make this title. In fact, I'd want them to take the Smash Bros approach to these games, basically releasing a new version on every new console iteration. Pokemon games generally will have 2 generations per console, so perhaps they could either make, let's say the game comes out now, the Gen 9 Pokemon could be like a free update or DLC or something like that, and since battle modes are a thing, you could either make it so they're not enabled for the people that don't have it. Of course, free would be better, but I wouldn't totally be against them doing some sort of cheap DLC for it. I could also see them going with the games as a service model, making the whole game free with skins as microtransactions or something like that, but I'd honestly prefer a full paid game because not always, but very often free-to-play games get gutted of content in order to push these microtransactions. But yeah, basically what I want in a nutshell is something like Pokemon Showdown and Pokemon Stadium mixed together with those nice Genius Sonority quality animations and models that feature all the Pokemon and focuses on battles. If they really wanted to go all out, they could have a single player mode similar to the one present in the Pokemon Stadium games where you get badges and stuff, or they could even add mini games. But ultimately, having a dedicated game for PvP, I think would be a good solution to bringing back old battle modes, Pokemon, and more. So yeah. Now, all that said, what do you guys think about this? I don't know if this would ever actually be a thing, but we did see Pokemon Snap get a new installment after all these years, so I do think this is possible. Whether they add all the stuff that I just stated is a completely different story, though. All that said, just wanted to say thanks so much for watching, and if you are a fan of Pokemon or the monster taming genre in general, definitely subscribe to the channel because I put out videos like this every single day. You can also follow me on Twitter and check out my Discord, all links below. And special thanks to my patrons, especially Jim Hamilton and StealCase. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.